The word fun. What does that even mean? Fun. We seem to forget what that even is when we have to start adulting, sadly. But I took it upon myself. I thought, you know what? At 52, I'm pretty sure I understand what the word fun means. But I did want to see it in the dictionary. Enjoyment, amusement, entertaining, lighthearted pleasure. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back for episode 6. Thank you for listening. And if you are new, welcome. I'm your host, Amanda. I'm a twice certified health and life coach, and my passion is love, marriage, and intuition. And this week, we're diving into a topic that can often get overlooked in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Making time for fun in your life as individuals, as well as your relationship, is essential for a thriving marriage. And I'm excited to share some practical tips on how to incorporate more joy into your lives. Now, just as a little warning, I will be speaking of some adult things in this episode, so perhaps mamas with litlins, or maybe, pop in your earplugs, or perhaps maybe pause this until later when you have some privacy. Nothing too crazy, but just wanted to give that warning. Okay, so the importance of having fun in your marriage. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why fun is so important in a marriage. When we laugh and play together, it strengthens our bond and it creates positive memories. Engaging in enjoyable activities releases endorphins, reducing stress, and increasing an overall happiness. Fun isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity for a healthy relationship. So let's get into that a little bit more. But before we dive into fun as a couple, let's talk about personal fun and individual joy. Let's remember the importance of individual joy. Pursuing personal hobbies and interests can refresh and rejuvenate us, making us better partners. And it's also important to set aside time for activities that make you feel alive and raise your vibration. Whether it's reading a book, hiking, painting, there's gardening, knitting. Some of my friends like to golf, just creating something. One of my personal favorites is singing. Love singing karaoke. Maybe it's dancing around your house with the music blasting. Perhaps it's creating a podcast that you've always wanted to do and you find it really enjoyable and it's fun. Make the time to do it. So here's a practical tip. We always seem to put ourselves last, right? It's just kind of a common thing. We're all always working on putting ourselves first, and we're always told, and you hear the things, right? But schedule in the personal time. Put it on a calendar, put it in your phone. However you keep track of your life, schedule the time in. Set aside at least 1 hour a week dedicated to something that you love doing alone. Now, dirty thoughts aside, this could be a solo hike. This could be a coffee date with yourself. Maybe it's sitting in a park, people watching. I actually just did that the other day. I was on a break and went to a beautiful local park and was sort of listening to a podcast and taking out my earbuds and listening to the birds and just kind of watching people spend time with their families and barbecue. And there was fire pits and kids on bikes and, couples walking dogs. It was just fun. It was enjoyable. Maybe you want to go to a flower shop. Just walk in and smell all the scents, right? All those flowers. Maybe you want to go check out an art gallery. Now, when I did The Artist's Way for 12 weeks, Julia Cameron, she speaks of artist dates in her book, The Artist's Way. Now, this book has absolutely changed me in so many positive ways. I'm journaling regularly. I'm becoming more creative. I have all these incredible ideas and downloads. Well, I seem to think they're incredible ideas. But it keeps my very active brain satisfied with constantly trying to do things and create. This podcast is definitely a creation of, a lot of different things along with going through the 12 weeks of the Artist's Way. I came up with a lot of ideas. So maybe, you sit down and you try and think of some of those things that you would enjoy doing. Perhaps it's just sitting and flipping through a magazine for 20 minutes a day, just in silence. But please schedule it in. It's important. In episode 2, we talked about the power of self-love. It's tough. We do have those tough days of putting ourselves first. But in a marriage, you need to have your cup full. And I did talk about creating an I am loved menu or, a list of your favorite things. Try something new every week that you've always wanted to do. Perhaps that's ziplining. Gosh, never thought I would actually be interested, but it is something that I just think it would be fascinating to be attached and secured to something. At least I would hope I'm secured to something and have that view. I'm terrified of heights, but for some reason, this kind of interests me. And I want to go horseback riding again. That's something I'm going to do this summer. I loved horseback riding as a kid. And it's been years since I've been on a horse. I'd love to try paddleboarding. Just doing things that I want to fill up my cup. Now, I do also have some personal health goals that go along with that, right? I feel like I'm a little too fluffy to do all three of those things. But I have been working on that. And I'm proud to say I've lost about 8 pounds over this last, 3 weeks to a month. So just doing it slow and taking care of myself. And so, but I do have these goals and I do have these wants that I want to try and do these things on my own to build confidence, right? Say that I've done them. I don't want to regret anything. One of my favorite podcasters, I've talked about her in the past, is Francesca Amber, and she does the Law of Attraction Changed My Life podcast. And her new thing is she's getting back into pole dancing, or I think she had tried it once before, and and it's just, it makes her feel empowered and it's fun and she's meeting new people. And I just think it's fun. Like, absolutely embrace that. Do something different for yourself and have a great time. Fill up your cup. And then it's extremely important to have fun as a couple. As a couple, my husband and I, we love going out to karaoke at the local bars and pubs, or we enjoy singing at home together. It raises our vibration. It brings us joy, and we've really met some incredible people, some great new friends. And we also enjoy spending time at the cabin, playing games with family, friends, sitting around, having a couple of drinks, cozy fire, just gathering together for a barbecue, have a big feast. We often have what we call, in quotations, our potlucks. My last name is Pot, P-O-T-T, so we call our potlucks with 2 T's. Yeah, I know. We love to play cornhole. No, that's not part of the dirty conversation I was about to have. For you Americans, cornhole, you would absolutely know what it is. For us Canadians, it's typically called bean bags, or, like yard bean bags. But my husband has always sort of gone along and followed the US, I guess like the uh, what do you call it? Like the associations and what the rules are based on the goal, the game cornhole. Sorry, that's a mouthful. My husband would be like, "It could be." Oh goodness. Okay, so in doing this and meeting new people and having fun with this game, he ran tournaments at our campsite that we go to yearly, seasonal campsite, and just met so many new people and had so much fun. And he started making boards and beautiful boards. Like he had never done that before. And that was something new that he tried in his life and that brought him joy. And, just had fun with it. And so yeah, anyways, I'm kind of going off on this rabbit trail here. But I'm going to share with you some practical tips that's going to help to add more fun into your relationship. So plan regular date nights. Number 1, plan regular date nights. Choose a day each week or month that's dedicated to just the two of you. Unfortunately, it's for us, it's tough to book the same night because of my schedule. I work overnights. I'm a youth care worker, and I will be gone for a couple of days, and then I'm home maybe for a day, and then I'm gone for a couple of days, and then maybe I'm home for 6 days. So my schedule is sort of all over the place, but we definitely plan more than once a week. We are very dedicated to spend a lot of quality time together. Actually, we do enjoy having a lot of fun together. So there's always, for the most part, something that puts a smile on our faces that we do most evenings when we get a chance to be together. So, this could be a night out for dinner. Maybe you're going singing karaoke. We enjoy that. We'll go to a local pub or bar and have their pizza or their newest burger and sing karaoke and make a night of it. Meet a few of our friends there. That's our favorite date night, I would have to say at this point. Maybe you want to try a new restaurant or even having a movie marathon at home. But make it a priority and make it fun. Do it differently. Don't just sit on the couch. I mean, we've done this too. He's on one couch, I'm on the other just because of comfort. And we've had different dogs and, we'll sit on different couches, but make it fun. Light some candles, maybe bring some sleeping bags and cozy blankets and on the floor. Make some popcorn, bring out the pillows. Just kind of make it fun. Do a little picnic. We play cornhole home sometimes. We'll set up the speaker outside and put some music on. We'll sometimes go for a drive, just go get ice cream. Go watch the sunset from your tailgate. Go lay out in the backyard and look at the stars. I'm actually still trying to get my husband to do this with me. Patience. This is helping me to practice patience and to compromise. I may just have to dance naked with my new witchy friend neighbor. And we'll dance outside with our bare feet and get grounded in the rain under the full moon. Oh my goodness. One day it will happen. Now, in saying that, my suggestion is for this, don't take my advice. The key is to do something that you both enjoy. But at the same time, be open to try something different. It might feel silly. It might feel strange. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again, but maybe it'll bring a smile to your spouse's face. Winky, winky, if my husband's listening to this. Okay, practical tip number 2, explore new activities together. Be open to it. Trying something new. So learning new things together can bring excitement and novelty into your relationship. So take that dance class. Here's another one. I've never seen him dance. Oh, I've seen him groove a little bit, but maybe one day I'll get him dancing. He swore he would never sing, and now he's an incredibly talented singer. And he gets up there and people love hearing him sing. So nothing's impossible. Nothing is impossible. But go on that horseback trail together, right? Maybe you want to go horseback riding by yourself first a couple times and then go together. Maybe you can show him a new place to go. Go kayaking or paddleboarding together. There again, try it on your own. If it's something you want to try, and then introduce it and try it as a couple. Start a new hobby. Maybe pottery, woodworking, painting, gardening, biking, hiking. We can go into the intimacy side of the fun too, right? So here would be like the mamas with the little ones, maybe. Maybe you want to pause. Try something different in the bedroom. Maybe you've thought about it, or maybe you've talked about role playing, but you feel it's too silly, or you don't feel confident about actually, maybe dressing up or undressing the part, right? But it seems like it would be fun. You're curious, something that maybe you've fantasized about. Just do it. Just do it. Just try it. It is fun and it is scary, but you will probably giggle and you will absolutely deepen your intimate connection with your spouse. Maybe it's trying a different position or a different form of pleasure. I leave you to come up with your own sick and wonderful ideas. Maybe it's you go to a sex boutique and try on some fun outfits. Pick a new toy. Get some sexy smelling massage oil. Maybe pick out a really beautiful red lipstick that you've never worn before. And candles. Maybe get some gorgeous shoes that will only ever see the ceiling. Come on, ladies. We all have a pair or two of those. Get silly. Feel sexy. Your spouse will appreciate your openness and your confidence. Absolutely guaranteed. The experience of learning and laughing with each other will deepen your bond. So just have some fun. Just have some fun together, trying something new. You won't regret it. Okay, let's move on to practical tip number 3. Create some traditions and rituals. Having regular traditions like game nights at the cabin or seasonal activities gives you something to look forward to. And it strengthens your connection, whether it's an annual trip, a monthly game night with family and friends, or a weekly karaoke night, or 2 or 3 or 4. These rituals become cherished parts of your relationship. Great memories to look back on and build on. So now I want to talk a little bit about balancing fun and responsibilities. Depending on where you are in your life, right? And what role you're playing, and if you have children and how old they are. Life does absolutely get busy, and it's easy to let fun fall by the wayside. Now, balancing responsibilities with play is key to maintaining a joyful relationship. Here's a couple of practical tips you can start implementing with today. Integrate fun into your daily life. Find small ways to incorporate fun into your daily routine. Dance while you're cooking dinner. Blast the music while doing dishes, or listen to your favorite podcast on your drive into work. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love podcasts, have for years, hence why I really was passionate about creating one as well. Have a quick game or a puzzle on the coffee table going so you can just quickly sit down and have a few minutes together. Have a fire and a game of crib on the porch instead of watching TV or being on your device. How often do we sit down together, but we're both on our phones, or one's watching TV and we're on our phones? We're guilty of it. It happens. But we are aware, and we definitely have cut down our time over the years of being on our devices and not interacting with each other. sing karaoke between doing house chores. We actually do that too. Especially if we're warming up before we go to karaoke one night. I'll be getting my hair done and then come and sing a song, and then I'll go put some makeup on, and then I'll come and sing a song, and I can hear him while I'm getting my stuff ready. And and then sometimes on the weekends, during the winter, especially when we're not at the cabin, we'll vacuum and then we'll sing a song, and then we'll dust and sing a song. And it just breaks things up and makes it more fun. Just makes the ugly shit we have to do sometimes more enjoyable. Just do some stuff, do some silly things, leave silly, sarcastic, loving notes for each other around the house, just like be goofy. Cute story. I mean, this is more on the loving side of things. A few years ago, I came home from work after being gone for a couple of days, and I arrived home to a glass of wine with a note simply stating, "I love you" on it. And I loved it so much. He had started it out with like a highlighter or something and didn't realize it was a highlighter, and then did a marker. It looks like a child's writing. I mean, he knows I love him dearly, but he knows he has sort of, you know, chicken scratch for printing, kind of. He can do it neatly if he wants to. I will give him that. Anywho, I framed it, and it's in our hallway, and I loved it. I absolutely love it. And he can be loving and so very sarcastic, though, at times. And I adore every bit of it. I adore every side of it. He has me laughing, and I look forward to seeing how ridiculous we can be together. Some days, just we're very happy there's not a camera on the wall. Oh my goodness, it's too much sometimes. So funny. These little moments of joy and fun can really brighten your day and keep your connection strong. So make sure that you're bringing that into your life. And practical tip number 3, communicate and plan together. So make a habit of discussing how you can incorporate more fun into your lives. Plan ahead your date nights, your vacations, or even just a spontaneous weekend adventure. Open communication ensures that both partners feel valued and involved in the process. So now this goes back to, I think we were talking last episode, actually, to understanding and discussing expectations. I know what my husband considers fun, and I know what he doesn't think is fun at all. Like hiking. I've been saying for years, I used to love hiking, and I haven't been for years, and I just want to go through the trails, in the forest, wherever. It's not his thing at all. He has terrible knees, and it's just not his thing. No interest at all to come along. But because he wants to please me, he has in the past. And I mean, we have had really great times. But if I truly went on a hike and I really bugged him, I know he would. But he'd be miserable. And I would sense that, and I would know that. And then that would ruin my experience. It just wouldn't be fun for either of us. So why? Why would I force him to do something he really doesn't want to do just because I really want to do it? So I would go alone, or I'll find a friend, or I have a friend that does like to go hiking. Perhaps a friend that has a husband also who hates hiking. I'm sure there's groups out there for that. I'm going to a paranormal Cirque du Soleil that's coming into town in July. I'm not going with my husband. I asked him. He would have gone, but only to please me because he knew I wanted to go. He actually said that. He really has no interest in the paranormal stuff. I'm all over that shit. So I'm going with a group of friends. And he will amuse himself doing something that he loves. Maybe he'll go out to a karaoke night that night. Maybe he'll go golfing with his sons. I don't know. Maybe he'll go find something to do. And I truly love that about us. We share our experiences after. How was it? Oh, that was really cool. Hey, maybe I'll join you next time. Maybe I'll just watch. Maybe the next time after that, maybe I'll try. I don't know. Just Just communicate, plan it. Don't go off and make a plan and then tell your spouse, hey, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. So remember, making time for fun isn't just about having a good time. Really, it isn't just about having a good time. It is about having a good time, but it's also about nurturing your relationship and creating lasting memories. So go ahead, plan that overdue game night or barbecue. Go out and try karaoke together. And don't forget to laugh and play. Listen to your inner child. Your relationship will be absolutely all the stronger for it. So thank you again for joining us on this episode of the Intuitive Marriage Podcast. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts and any fun ideas that you have for keeping your relationship vibrant. You can email us at theintuitivemarriagepodcast@gmail.com, or you can follow us at the Intuitive Marriage Podcast on Instagram. It's new, so please follow along, share. And then there's just me, myself, and I on Facebook as Amanda Pott. I just kind of post some silly memes and things that make me laugh. I was diagnosed with ADHD in my 52nd year on this planet, which was just late last year. And I'm realizing that I'm all over the place. So it's really hard for me to have just something that everybody can go, okay, this is what she's doing. Because I have a YouTube channel. I talk about ADHD. I talk about Artist Way. I sing. I paint. I'm now creating the podcast. So I'm kind of all over the place. So, yeah, and it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll hyper focus onto something. But for now, I'm having a great time and learning a whole bunch of shit. So if you want to follow along and just see my silliness, follow me on Amanda Pott on Facebook. And then I'm also at amandajane.pott on Instagram, which is just linked to my Facebook. So until next time, keep living, loving, and laughing together. Bye for now.